RSR.
All right, perform the booster ignition SNA arm rotation. Enable at this time, please.
RSR in work. Booster ignition SNA arm rotation.
Once we wrap up this last bit of work,
SNA arm rotation enable complete.
we're going to start that clock.
Copy that, thank you.
Integrity crew, close and lock visors.
You heard an issue, worked in real time with telemetry lock on the Orion. It was transitory, it was very short. They checked the data, confirmed that they had a good lock.
Oh, shit.
This was with the S-band transmitter on the Orion. Worked through that issue, looked at the data, and cleared it. All with the world watching. Impressive work by the launch team.
We're live. It's all live.
So we have a 2-hour window,
all I can do for you guys. That sucks.
which starts in just a
help?
few minutes at 6:24 p.m. Eastern Time and goes until 8:24 p.m. Eastern Time.
Does that help?
And ECL entity will be waiting for your verification on the short purge.
ECL copies.
Yeah.
And for all personnel, once we get that short purge verification,
It is.
we'll verify that we are clear to go, and then we'll proceed with the terminal count.
Well, that sucks. Really wish I could add that set up differently.
ECL time estimate.
Oh.
About a minute.
Copy.
Estimating times right now, so I guess we'll find out what times they're doing this. But as far as I know, it's like a 2-hour window to launch right now. But they made
So
it
going
sound
into
like
the
it was
launch
happening
window.
right now.
But not by much, it looks like. Just wrapping up some final work.
I'd like to see that clock.
And once
again.
that's completed, you'll hear NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding ask for the ground launch sequencer operator to go ahead and start the clock.
Oh shit! Minus 17 minutes.
The ground launch sequencer is an application software. It runs on top of the launch control system in the firing room. Acts like a conductor of an orchestra, executing hundreds of commands in precise order and timing.
I screwed that up. There we go.
It's all autonomous.
Entity CCL 212. Short purge initiations verified.
And you guys think this
All
is
right,
gonna blow
copy
up?
that, and we're
You
verifying
think
our
it's gonna be like
constraints.
the Challenger incident? Or do you guys think that there'll be like some tragic, not tragic event, but like something that happened like during Apollo missions, where they like something bad happens, where they have to like abort.
All right,
the
and
whole
we're clear
mission?
from cutouts.
They still have to come.
And with that, we're going to resume the clock momentarily. And CGLS, you can resume the clock on your mark.
Yeah, there is one.
GLS copies.
What's his name? Hold on a second. I got his name.
3, 2, 1, mark.
I'm so
GLS
bad with
mainline
names.
has been initiated.
T-minus 10 minutes and counting.
And that begins terminal count. Our new T0 is 6:35 p.m.
Okay, so
Eastern
people
Time.
on board,
6:35
there's
p.m.
Reed,
Eastern Time.
Reed
We are now counting down
Wiseman, he's
to
the
liftoff of
commander.
Artemis 2.
Victor Glover is the pilot. Christina Koch, and then the Canadian
From
guy
now on,
is
you're going to hear
Jeremy
two
Hansen.
voices on the loops.
And their
If
mission
everything goes
specialists,
nominally, NASA Test
the
Director Jeff
Christina
Spaulding, who's
Koch and
directly
Jeremy
managing
Hansen.
the launch team, and Alex
So,
Bendelos,
was it that
the
Victor
GLS
Glover,
operator who
that's the
closely
guy
monitors
flying
the
plane,
software.
or flying the rocket.
He has the
But
ability
really,
to stop and
Can
restart
Can you really
the
say
countdown.
you fly a rocket? It's more like hold on to your shorts and hopefully you
A lot
don't
of people
poop
ask
yourself.
about whether there's a launch button. There certainly
and
is
Houston
not.
flight. And Rock, our new T0 is 22,
It's the
35,
girl. No, it's not
12.
the girl. The
Houston
girl
flight
is
copies.
Reed.
22, 35, 12.
Christina Reed is the girl.
Affirm.
There you heard confirmation of the exact T0, 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. Again, our T0 is 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time.
Dark kid.
But as I was saying, there's no launch button. This is autonomous. But there is a button that keeps you from launching, and that button allows the GLS operator to pause the countdown outside of terminal count and during terminal count and submit a hold to the next holding point. So the clock won't stop right away. If there's an issue, we'll go to the next stable holding point. This is how GLS configures the rocket and ground systems to a stable point where they can stop the countdown if that's needed. But right now, we are counting down. Our next big milestone, looking to retract the crew access arm.
GLS is go for crew access arm retract.
Watch any of this? I've been watching.
And there you see the crew access arm moving away.
I did my live stream. Oh, they're pulling everything away. They're pulling away.
That's the path that the astronauts took to ingress into the rocket.
Trudeau, still Trudeau to this day, still needs to be thrown on a rocket and left on the dark side.
Until this point, that was their way off the pad if they needed to evacuate. But now with that arm retracting, the backup transitions to a launch abort system. And they'll begin arming that shortly. Of course, the launch abort system, great shot there of the crew access arm retracting away.
That's deadly.
The launch abort system is the tower at the top, and that's what would pull Orion and its crew off the top of the rocket in case of an emergency, whether it's on the ground or in flight.
Really makes me question.
This is critical safety hardware that protects the lives of the astronauts.
She can't be that smart. I thought she was pretty smart before, but after hanging out with Trudeau, that's like kill your career.
Starting at T-minus 6 minutes, the GLS will start bringing that and other high-energy systems online, starting with core stage pressurization.
Fidel Castro and some other guys. I think she was sleeping with like somebody from France too, a major official from France. I thought it was a joke too, because I didn't hear about this until Sunday night.
Weather is 90% go.
Okay.
The range is
that's
go.
Funny because I looked. They're going to do the launch on April
All
1st.
systems are go.
And I hadn't heard anything in like 3 weeks. And they said that they were going to do it somewhere in the middle of
GLS is go for
April.
core stage
And then all of a sudden,
pressurization.
April 1st? Like, holy fuck.
That means the replenish valve for the liquid hydrogen tank has now closed, and that tank is beginning to pressurize to flight levels because that hydrogen is naturally boiling inside the tank.
Yeah, that's so weird.
We'll get the liquid oxygen tank a little later in the count.
Tragic to happen, or something like weird.
Now the team is waiting for verification that, if needed, the Artemis 2 crew could use the launch abort system to pull Orion safely off the top of the rocket in an emergency.
They're gonna overshoot the moon, or
let's listen in for that call.
I don't know. It'll be crazy.
GLS verifies last capability available. And CDR, copy?
Like, I thought they were just going to send the rocket by itself. Like, didn't anyone else?
That's great news, and you heard the NTD verify that with the commander of the mission.
And then all of a sudden,
GLS is go for FTSR.
Now work is being done to arm the flight termination system. This is so the range safety can send a flight termination command if the rocket flies too far off track.
Going to the moon, and the first Canadian.
There's a brief built-in delay, so the launch abort system has time to pull the astronauts to safety first.
LH2 high flow bleed
records
check.
are going to get broken today, or in the next 10 days. And
all right, the high flow bleed check.
Days, you guys. The whole mission from
that's so the cryo team gets verification that the RS-25 engines, all 4 of them, are in the proper temperature range for launch.
Actually, I should go back and look and see how long the Apollo missions lasted. John Kennedy. Odd the bus. 4 minutes. Boom.
GLS is go for core stage APU start.
Core stage APUs
And
start.
YouTube
Those
put a
are
delay
auxiliary
on my
power
channel.
units.
All my
High-speed
videos
turbines,
have
which
a
provide pressure to
delay
hydraulic
now,
pumps
1 day
that
delay.
steer
I
the
don't think other
RS-25
people have
engines.
that.
We're going to see a gimbal test a little later at T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is what allows that to happen.
Well, this is getting interesting already.
Coming up in about 20 seconds, we're listening for go for purge sequence 4. That's a helium purge of the 4 core stage engines downstream of the propellant valve. This gets all the air and moisture out of there.
GLS is go for
Purging
purge sequence
everything.
4.
Moving through the milestones. All is looking good. Coming up in just a few seconds, we're going to get that thrust vector control actuator test. This is a gimbling of the
Well, and
engines.
another thing, on Sunday there was solar flares, like a major solar flare that happened at like 2 a.m. my time.
There are the
And
4
it was supposed to, like,
RS-25s,
expected to hit us
3 of them,
within 4 to 5
Shuttle
days,
Heritage,
they said.
one
So
of them built
Sunday,
from
Monday, Tuesday, what
Shuttle
today's
parts.
Wednesday. Like, holy fuck, that's
There
gonna
you
be
see them
pushing
moving.
it. That's gonna be pushing it. Where'd the plane going? Well, they think they're going to the moon, Alice. They think they're going to the moon. Oh, they're testing that.
Now we're going to start moving the power
Oh,
from both the upper stage and the lower stage of the rocket to internal,
interesting.
taking ground power away and now going
To
to
the moon,
battery
Alice,
power.
to the moon. And I'm
GLS
not
is
sure,
go
are
for
those
upper
solid
stage
rocket
internal
boosters
power.
on the outside? Are those solid fuels?
All right, power is removed from the rocket's upper stage, the ICPS, and it's been switched to battery. Same milestone for the lower core stage coming up at T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds. Right now, the
Here we
4-person
go,
Artemis
boys
2
and
crew
girls.
is
Rock and roll
248,000
time.
miles away from the moon. And if
They
all
still have
goes
that
well,
button they
they
can
will
push,
fly by it in 6 days.
Are they going to do it? Are they going to do it?
GLS is go for core stage to internal
Are they
power.
going to make it out of the atmosphere?
All right,
I wish
there's
I
the
could put
rocket's
up a
core
poll
stage,
right now for you
which
guys.
houses 3
You
flight
think they're gonna
computers, is
make it out
now
of
on
the
its own
atmosphere?
power.
You think they're going to make it around the moon?
There's no more hold time because there's no more margin on these batteries. So we would have to recycle back to T-minus 10 to recharge if we had a hold.
Fuck, we haven't seen Star Wars shit like this, like, since the fucking 70s. Or even fucking before the
1 minute.
70s, like 60s and shit.
Right now, the rocket does not know what the T0 is, but coming up at T-minus 33 seconds, control shifts from the ground launch sequencer to the rocket's onboard autonomous launch sequencer, or ALS. The rocket will count itself down, but honor any holds that could come from the ground. Now, shortly after liftoff, Houston will take control of the rocket, and my colleague Gary Jordan will take over commentary.
Or did he say 6 days?
GLS is go for ALS.
Great call out. The rocket is on its own. 4 brave explorers ready to ride the most powerful rocket
That's hilarious.
NASA has ever launched. Sound suppression water is flowing.
15.
And here we go.
Yeah.
10,
Everyone
9,
do a little prayer
8,
for everyone
7,
on board right now.
RS-25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Good roll pitch.
Holy fuck.
Roger, roll
Anyone else,
pitch.
anyone else's get
Houston now
goosebumps?
controlling the flight of integrity and
Anyone
the
get
Artemis 2
goosebumps
mission
too?
around the moon.
Integrity, AMP high.
Oh, come on, show the speed of this thing. I want to know how fast this thing's going right now.
On time passing 30 seconds onto the flights. Integrity passes the alternate MECO. Target milestone. Mission Control Houston seeing good performance on the main engines. Space Launch System core stage. Integrity 3 miles in altitude. Traveling more than 1,200 miles per hour.
Man, that thing just cooking. Stop switching to thermal. there yet. Just wait.
Mission elapsed time, passing 1 minute, approaching max Q.
On, pumps fully on.
Stan, we got
Holy
you loud and clear
fuck,
on
that
Pond
thing
City
just
on.
be cooking.
Have you the same?
Communication signal transfer confirmed as Integrity and its crew go supersonic. Approaching 90 seconds into the Artemis 2 mission. Integrity is 14 miles in altitude, 8 miles
I don't care
downrange,
who
traveling more
you
than
are,
2,600
you're
miles
on
per
that
hour.
rocket right now. You're probably a little bit of poop and a little bit of pee in your diaper right now. I guarantee.
1 minute 50 seconds of mission elapsed time, standing by for main engine throttle down to 85%, ahead of solid rocket booster separation, expected at the 2 minute 9 second mark. We see throttle down. Confirmed separation. Main engine's throttling up,
Oh,
guidance
deadly.
converged.
Four.
Integrity, guidance converged, performance nominal, upper stage RCS ready.
Sweet. Now we
Copy
got
all,
rocket
Stan.
outside. This is awesome. Check this out.
Integrity, SM priming complete.
SM priming complete.
2 minutes 45 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission. Thrusters on Integrity and upper stage confirmed in a ready state ahead of service module fairing separation. Three minutes into the flight, Integrity 49 miles in altitude, 78 miles downrange, now passing 5,000 miles per hour.
5,000 miles per hour? Fuck are you alive?
Standing by for launch abort system jettison.
Houston Integrity, good last jettison, great view.
Copy jettison, Team Eco 8+02.
We see the same on board, Stan.
And Houston has you loud and clear on Tigris at the Carmen line.
Outstanding, Stan, we have you the same.
3 minutes 50 seconds into the flight of Artemis 2, Wiseman, Glover, Cook, and Hansen cross the boundary to space with good comm checks. GPS signals acquired after last jettison now working on internal checks to verify accuracy. Flight Dynamics Officer analyzed the time of main engine cutoff, confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds, time of MECO.
Yeah, imagine all the flat earthers right now. Yeah. Yeah, say it's fucking flat now. There you go. This is crazy.
Integrity, GPS processing.
Space
Outstanding,
GPS.
Stan, we see the same, and we have a
They're
beautiful
using
moonrise.
GPS
We're
in
headed right
space.
at it.
There's only one place to go. The moon. If you can't see the moon.
Approaching 5 minutes into the flight, Commander Reed Wiseman confirms he has visuals of his destination. GPS guidance, navigation, and control software finishes internal checks and sends to navigation channels.
Integrity, 3 engine press.
3 engine press.
Yeah, no shit. You can't
On
miss
time,
it.
now passing 5 minutes 20 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission. At this point, 3 good main engines are all that's needed to carry Integrity to a nominal main engine cutoff target. Though at this time, we're seeing 4 good engines here in Mission Control Houston. Integrity, 75 miles in altitude, 330 miles downrange, approaching 10,000 miles per hour.
Holy fuck. Wow, you can still see that thing just glowing. That's crazy. Or is that the engine coming down?
Integrity, looking good at 6 minutes.
same on board, Stan.
Good trajectory and engine performance. Booster officer will soon report the shutdown plan to Flight Director Judd Friedling, expected at the 7-minute mark. Integrity, 78 miles in altitude, 460 miles downrange.
Integrity, expect nominal shutdown.
Integrity copies nominal shutdown.
Six minutes, 40 seconds of mission elapsed time. Shutdown plan is as expected. Again, the time of MECO was confirmed at 8 minutes, 2 seconds into the flight.
Yeah, that speed is crazy.
Seven minutes of mission elapsed time. Throttling down as we approach the abort once around option. Milestone at the 7-minute, 30-second mark. Now 84 miles in altitude, 650 miles downrange, traveling more than 15,000 miles per hour.
Integrity, AOA open.
Yeah, no shit, eh? With all the technology. And there's
AOA
gotta
open.
be Starlink satellites.
The window is now open
Watch it
for
just
an abort once around
crashing
option
through
that would
Starlink
target splashdown
satellites
in the
right
Pacific
now.
Ocean.
Like
Still
they're
following
flies
nominal
on a
ascent at
car
this time.
windshield. Just splat, 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 splat. That's why the internet sucks. It's just hitting it like flies.
About 10 seconds remaining until the main engine
for
cutoff
sure.
of the Space
Yeah,
Launch System core stage.
Gonna be a
Standing
lot
by
of
for
people not be
confirmation
able
of
to sleep
MECO
tonight.
and core stage separation.
And then think of the families of the pilots and the crew on that ship. Their families for 10 days. That's crazy. They're gonna be freaking out. Ooh, that's pretty wicked.
Integrity and nominal MECO, core stage separated.
We see the same on board, Stan.
Eight minutes, 40 seconds into the flight, we have a nominal main engine cutoff heading in the right trajectory on the way to swing around the moon. Core stage has separated, done its job. The Space Launch System upper stage, the interim cryogenic propulsion stage, or ICPS, still attached to the Orion spacecraft. Nine minutes of mission elapsed time. Integrity crew of Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen now in orbit around the Earth at the beginning of their journey to the moon.
Integrity Houston, looking ahead to PRM numbers so far per the pad.
Video game stuff.
Copy that, Stan. Numbers for the pad.
Capcom Stan Loves now reminding the crew that the perigee raise maneuver time of ignition is as expected prior to booster ignition.
So don't take your
That time
seatbelts
being
off, is
49
what they
minutes,
say.
50 seconds of mission elapsed time.
And they've been in those suits for at least like minimum like 6 hours. Like, man, that's gotta suck. You have a live near the launch pad? Damn, dude. Dude. The sound would have been pretty cool. That's one thing I would have loved to
Integrity, good. Neds
be
deploy.
able to like feel the shockwave. But that's Deadly Outlaw, you popped in.
Copy that, Stan. Good, Neds.
Come on, I want some outside views of this thing. Yeah, you think they'd have good internet.
And Integrity Houston for PWD setup. Just a reminder, halfway open on the secondary.
halfway open.
We copy
on
that.
secondary.
Stand halfway open.
And why is it covered in kind of like crash test dummy stickers? And the
Passing 11
picture
minutes of
here?
mission elapsed time. Here, overhearing the conversation between Capcom Stan Love and Commander Reed Wiseman, already passing some milestones. We have a good nozzle extension deployment system. That is
Ooh, good
confirmed.
nozzle extension.
Complete. We also have the visors are confirmed up now past the dynamic phase of flight, that is ascent. Their launch and entry suits that provided them an extra layer of protection. Now not as needed. They're going to raise those visors. And later in today's mission, they will begin to egress or get out of the suits to begin some of their initial tasks of activating some of the systems aboard in the Integrity spacecraft. It's passing 12 minutes of mission elapsed time. Again, the perigee raise maneuver that's targeted near 50 minutes of mission elapsed time, 49 minutes, 50 seconds. That's what the crew is going to be working towards. The Commander Reed Wiseman pilot Victor Glover will focus on preparing for that milestone. In the meantime, mission specialist Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen will start some of the activation of environmental control life support systems. You may hear confirmation of their activation over the Orion to Earth communication network.
They're supposed to be doing
Houston,
some type of
C3 Aux
radiation
Tower
test,
back
too.
in auto.
Copy C3 Aux, and we're 2 minutes to maneuver.
That's pretty much it. You guys aren't gonna come on, kick on the boosters. Is Trump on board? No. Oh, this is a topic I was gonna talk about. Oh yeah.
13 minutes and 30 seconds of mission elapsed time. We're going to continue to follow the crew of the Artemis 2 mission. They are beginning their journey around the moon to verify the systems that will take us to its surface. An incredible ascent. Artemis 2 is underway. Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen begin their journey to the moon. Still milestones to come up as we await solar array deploy and the critical burns that will get Integrity into high Earth orbit around the Earth before engines are fired to get us around the moon. We'll keep tabs on Integrity and its crew from here in Mission Control Houston. But for now, we're going to send it back to you, Megan and Nicole at the Kennedy Space Center. Very jealous to hear how the launch experience was over on the Space Coast.
Yeah, Gary, if people are just joining us, welcome back to the Space Coast, where we just saw Artemis 2 lift off 14 minutes ago. And wow, what an amazing launch, and an emotional one, too, as soon as the rocket lifted off. Nicole, you had tears in your eyes, I had tears in my eyes, and we had all these people around us cheering. It was amazing.
Yeah, the energy was wonderful. I mean, it was a beautiful launch. You know, we've got 4 friends and family members headed to the moon. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, how does that make you feel as someone who, you know, is an astronaut as well, but also, as you said, friends?
Yeah, so proud of them. You know, man, we don't have the words in the English language to describe this kind of an event, and pride, love, so many emotions. You know, they are truly breaking some barriers, and hopefully, you know, as Gary just said, they've got a long day ahead of them, so wishing them well on everything. But so far, what a beautiful launch to watch.
Yeah, to be returning to the lunar orbit in more than 50 years. Maybe they go farther from Earth than any other humans before them. Maybe they see parts of the moon that we've never seen before. I mean, what a great start to what could be all of these milestones that we break in just a 10-day mission.
Yes, what a way to welcome in the Artemis generation.
Yeah, how do you feel? I mean, we saw some beautiful shots we were covering of course, the rocket, of course, the Earth falling away as we continued up into our ascent, but also some of those crowd shots where we saw young and old, just emotional, overcome by this history-making moment.
Man, we are going back to the moon for all, and we saw that today. We saw that in all the crowds. And yeah, oh, you guys just saw that view, the sunrise or sunset, I guess. They just made it over the crest of the Earth, and you could see the sun peeking over. One of my favorite views from space. space, and I can't imagine what
Yeah,
they're
that's another
what they're
thing.
looking at now, and I can't
I
wait
don't
to
know.
see what they're looking at in
You have to talk
about
to
5
some
or
of
6
those
days.
astronauts
Yeah, and you
see-
know,
see if
I
they
know a
punch
lot of
you in the
people are like,
face
you know
if
what,
ask them.
I'm surprised this launched on the first try, because we know, like any
be a
little
good-
thing, we
good
have
way
to
to
be keeping safety in mind, and we want to make
But
sure we're ready to
anyways,
go.
I'm
But
outta
we
here.
were
I'm
ready to
hungry,
go, and I
and,
think
yeah,
it
I'll be back
surprised a lot of
tomorrow for
people.
you
What a
guys,
wonderful
thanks for
surprise on this
hanging out.
Wednesday
Thanks
evening.
for
It did,
watching
you
the
know,
launch.
and it kind of surprised me as well. But
Comments
you
were
know,
pretty
it's just
funny.
a testament to the
But,
team
yeah, I'll
here
talk
that
to
has
you
been
guys
working
later.
so hard on our